When I think about Pope Francis and his impact on the world and on our Jesuit Catholic University, I guess I first start thinking about what an extraordinary human being he was. A loving pastor and a compelling teacher. A lifetime memory that I will always cherish is my opportunity to meet Pope Francis one-on-one on March 18th, 2024. I had a cherished 30 minutes with him. The first thing that captivates you is the power of the Holy Spirit emanating from him, and it just captures and surrounds you in an orbit with him. Pope Francis is known for his humor. He loves to tell jokes. Several times in our discussion, he would make a joke. For example, I asked him to sign a copy of our strategic plan. Without even taking a breath, he says, Of course, I'll sign anything except a check.
I first met Pope Francis in 2016, and over the years, I was privileged to meet him 5 more times. Every time, he exuded the same personality that was so joyful, so warm, so present.
Pope Francis is a pope who went out to the world. He really had this sense that the church sometimes kept its doors too closed. And so he wanted to go out and encounter people where they are. And he really wanted us to be a people that would go and engage people that were different from us, that would dialogue, that would listen.
One of his greatest legacies is inviting the church to embrace the synodal path. And that means for the church to become an inclusive community that is capable of listening, capable of discerning, and capable of entering into dialogue with everybody's voice represented, heard, and valued.
He wrote an encyclical that I believe will be read hundreds of years from now, Laudato Si', which raised consciousness in our time about the ways that we are affecting our environment. And that's something that has touched a chord with people around the globe, but especially the young people on our campus who have felt a desire to engage and to try to address these environmental concerns. And in a place like Santa Clara, we have the faculty, the engineering, the sciences that can engage this at a deep level, and at the same time, the ethical foundation to reflect on what kind of world we want to live in. So I think we've seen his echoes throughout our campus community.
He was really very poignant in saying, many people believe that education is about filling the head, but really education is about helping young people find the harmony, and he stressed harmony, between their head, their heart, and their hands. And as I've thought more about that and what it means for our Jesuit Catholic education at Santa Clara University, and how he stressed harmony, I think it is helping each one of our students find their purpose. And that their purpose is driving that harmony between their head, their heart, and their hands, and what they want to do with their lives, and how they will create a purpose for themselves that will be fulfilling for a lifetime. I had to share a copy of Impact 2030 with Pope Francis, and he enjoyed leafing through it and looking at our 4 strategic pillars. And it was really gratifying to me that those pillars are so reflective of his work and many of the themes that he stresses.
So 2 words that I really associate with Pope Francis. One is mercy. In his early years, he spoke over and over of the way that God brings mercy, compassion to our world. And he really encouraged all of us to find the ways that we could show grace and mercy to one another. But then the other word that comes to mind, and it's in some ways his last word, he declared 2025 a special Jubilee year in the history of the church. And he made it the Jubilee year of hope. It resonates here in our community with the hopefulness of our students. And really, when I think about where we want Santa Clara to be 20 and 50 years from now, it's precisely crafting that hope-filled future in which we all can prosper and live.